Round 2 coming at you. Table 2, 1-0 Levia, 1-0 Viserai. What a fun game. I thought this would be really cool. Also, like, these sleeves are sweet. Like, these are really cool. I think they're like Dromai, I think is what they are. Those are really sweet. I like those like sleeve backs. Those are cool. But I'm very excited to see how this plays out because Viserai is still in CC, but has some very broken cards in Living Legend. And I don't really know that Levia gets access to anything that's not available to her in CC. But I am intrigued to see how this plays out. I think this could be a very fun game to see. Does Viserai just do crazy Viserai things, or is Levia going to like absolutely go crazy here? And let's see, what are we running? We're running AB1 on the Spoiled Skull here. I'm curious to know if this is for value or if it's just for AB1. Because I can't imagine, like maybe Viserai is trying to play like OTK. Like I feel like you never really know what you're going to run into in CC, or I'm sorry, in LL. Because it's very possible that like Viserai is just trying to play like stack him up rune chance and set up like 30 rune chance and then just like kill you in one turn out of nowhere. I don't know. It's tough to really say what could be happening there. Rune Flash and Machinations, okay. Blocking to stay at 40 here, and we'll see what Null can come up with here to start the game. So Null has a Malefic Incantation, activates Grasp of the Arknight, and then we have a Swarming Gloomveil, okay. So we're going to have one Rune Chant coming in, and then we're going to have two Rune Chants on the back end. So this is going to be all three modes here. Swarming Gloomveil for 4 with all three modes because we have made 4 auras this turn, I think is what it is. 1 or more auras this turn, yeah. And Malefic does count and does work that way. We're seeing a bit of blocking here from Liam to start the game off, and then it's going to be block both the Rune Chants with the 2 we have floating, and 2 Arcane comes through, and then no blocks on the Thorn, and Liam falls down to 36, putting 1 card into the Banish Zone, but we do not have any cards in... we only have 1 card in our actual graveyard to be able to like fuel Levi's game plan, so blocking with the Mark of the Beast there is pretty interesting. Throwing Swing Big for 9, though, trying to get a lot of value here, and Null's actually just going to block 9. Gives up 3 cards and blocks 9, and then plays a red Malefic Incantation. Okay, just trying to get value. Really saying that Liam doesn't have a lot of value he can get here because there's only 2 cards in his graveyard. So he would have to be able to like really generate Go Again here with like a Wild Ride or a Pulping potentially to be able to set up to be able to play one of the powerful Levia cards, like one of the 3 for 9 or, you know, like the 2 for 7, Shadow Realm Horror. There's quite a few things that like we could be looking at. Deadwood Rumbler, okay, that's an interesting one. Pitching Mark of the Beast and Beast Within, discards a Swing Big, and then he can actually go search for something and banish it if I remember Deadwood Rumbler's text, and gives him the ability to actually turn off Blood Debt for the turn. So we've turned off Blood Debt without adding any major Blood Debt here, and then, or no, it lets him banish a card, right? Yeah, it lets him banish a card from his graveyard. So now there's going to be 3 cards set up in his graveyard for next turn to really be able to like turn the gas on and try to start playing a lot of offense here. Liam did take 1 from Blood Debt last turn and fall down to 35. It appears that Null is thinking about how he wants to block this one out, like what we're really looking to do. The other thing that's really worth noting is that Liam is playing Savage Sash here. Really just trying to like apply a lot of pressure, maybe setting up like a really big Blood Rush Bellow turn to like just have a ton of offense and really set everything up and just really apply a lot of pressure. Okay, Read the Runes is going to set up 4 Rune Chants. He gets 1 from the Grasp and then 3 from the Read the Runes. So 4 Rune Chants and 2 Malefics in play with the Quicken token is very powerful. Liam starts his turn with an Art of War, banishing a Wrecker Romp. So we're already using Levi's effect to get rid of Blood Debt here. And we still have access to 3 cards, and there are 2 resources floating. Oh, excuse me. Alright, obviously I'm not sleeping enough lately. I've been yawning like crazy lately. Alright, so we do not have Claws turned on yet. There is no Go Again from the Claws here. Really? Okay, must be an Agile Windup here, is the only thing I can come up with. Is that Liam must have like an Agile Windup or some way to give this Go Again. No, just kidding. Liam realized he made a mistake there. So it's going to be Graveling Growl for 6 go again from Arsenal, which is pretty sweet. Feels pretty good. It looks like Null's really looking to get a lot of value off of his Balance of Justice early, even though I imagine there are multiple copies of Bloodrush Bellow and probably multiple copies of Art of War left in the deck. So he can wait, or he can go all in this turn if he'd like to. Really just depends on what Null sees and how he wants to play this out. Okay, Liam must have drawn a real awkward hand here. Like, this hand must have been incredibly awkward for Liam. It's the only thing I can come up with that he has... He played an Art of War through a Graveling Growl and then just through Claw and Pass. Like, not even another attack from hand. But he is fueling his graveyard. There are 5 cards in his graveyard now to really be able to set up. And I think all of them but one. Yep, all of them but the Art of War are 6s. So he's in the clear right now to just like be playing those big powerful attacks that actually banish cards from his graveyard here. Succumb to Temptation. And then it's going to be Drawn to the Dark Dimension. We're going to make a couple Rune Chants on the back end, and then we're actually going to make 3 Rune Chants on the back end, 2 from the Malefics, and then 1 from Viserai. And Liam blocks the Rune Chants here, so pitching the blue to be able to block the Rune Chants here. And this is 3 go again. Why does this have go again? Is it because of the Succumb? Oh, no? I don't know why this had go again. I must be missing something here. I have no idea why that had go again. I don't know. I can't see it. The Succumb there, like, I guess maybe he dealt arcane damage. I'm not sure. He gets a yellow Rune Rager Swarm off of the Sonata there. So 5 Rune Chants. Plays the Malefic. So there's a Malefic in play that he's going to get 1 Rune Chant from. And Liam's going to have to deal with 5 Rune Chants and 2 physical with go again here. Okay, Liam does pitch another blue to block 3 of the 5 Rune Chants so far. Curious to see how Liam decides to play this one out the rest of the way. Takes the other 2 Rune Chants. Then it's 2 go again with the on-hit effect of Succumb anytime that happens. Which means if Liam has a blue, he's probably looking at just pitching the blue to be able to get value here, to deny the on-hit effect. Red Rune Rager Swarm coming in. The only downfall here is that if it doesn't block, I was like, which I imagine if it doesn't block, it's probably a blue or a yellow, so we would have pitched to resources. Oh, wow. And then we're seeing Revel come in. So Revel's going to be able to push those like 5 to 6 Rune Chants across, and it's going to be 2 Arcane from the Thorn, and it's going to be 2 physical. So Liam's going to be already down to 19, and Noel's still going to be at 33 with a Malefic in play. Now, he did not get the value of the Succumb that turn, but he did take every card out of Liam's hand, which is exactly what he wanted to be doing that turn anyway. So Succumb had the same effect that it would have anyway, except it got every single card out of Liam's hand instead of letting him keep it. So it is play Mordred Tide, play Rune Rager Swarm. He makes 2 from Viserai, and he makes 2 from the Aura off of the Rune Rager Swarm here. Unless there was like double Mordred Tide or something. Yeah, it was Mordred Tide. And there's 2 Malefics. There's 2 Malefics. So he made 2 from each of the Malefics for 4. And then he made 2 from the Viserai to take him all the way up to 6 Rune Chants. And this is going to be 3 go again. Now the question is this going to be Thorn for 6 Rune Chants and 2 and 2? And then Arsenal? Or are we going to be looking at something else? He doesn't even throw Thorn here. Interesting. I was surprised to see that he did not throw Rosetta Thorn right there. I don't really know why he would have stopped there. He's already gotten him down to 13, which means he has stopped Liam from being able to flip if that's something that Liam wanted to be able to do. But I don't know. I'm not sure there. Maybe I'm missing something. If I am, you guys can let me know in the comments down below. But I don't know. Okay, so 9 go again off the Shadow Realm Horror. And then it's going to be the Pulping. Oh, no. Discarding a Bloodrush Bellow? Ooh, yikes. But it doesn't matter because Null doesn't actually block here and gives Liam the value to be able to keep his cards, to keep his action point here and still push in everything he wants. Discarding the Blood Rush Bellow, I'm assuming that came off the top for Liam. Pretty disappointing, to be honest, I imagine, sitting in that situation. And then it's going to be 5 go again. I'm curious to know what his last card is. The Shadow Pete comes in for 8 because it only costs 1. So Liam automatically just like jamming the value here. It was 33-13. Now it's 13-7. The entire game has flipped on its head. Although with 6 Rune Chance in play and Null leading on a Mordred Tide, something tells me that he plans on closing the door this turn if he can. Okay. Become the Arc Knight. We're discarding an attack. And he goes and gets a Sonata. Skeleton into Sonata. Jesus. Insane value. Forget how broken Skeleton is. So he puts 4 cards into his hand and deals 4 arcane damage. Oh my gosh. Liam goes all the way down to 9. Let's see. The 4 cards that were put into his hand were Rune Rager Swarm, Meet and Greet Blue, Drawn to the Dark Dimension, and Blue Rune Flash were added to his hand. Okay. The Drawn to the Dark Dimension was red. Everything else was blue. So I'm curious to know if there's any go again here. He has taken arcane damage, so this does get go again, correct? This has go again because of the arcane damage. Yep. And this is going to be... Oh my god, is this 16 Rune Chance? Is that what I saw? Is that 15 or 16 Rune Chance? It's enough to where if he doesn't pitch at least 3 cards here, and 2 of them being blues, he's probably dead. If the last 2 cards are red, then he's 100% dead. Okay, so he falls down to 5. This is 2 go again. On hit, create 2 Rune Chance because of the Mordred Tide effect. I cannot imagine that Liam's going to be able to get out of this one, even with his powerful hand that dealt, like, you know, well over 25 points. Ooh, 9th Blade. And there's like 7 to 8 Rune Chance coming in. Null just showing the absolute insane value that we can get off of Bloodsheath Skeleton and Sonata. This is why this card was banned in CC so many, like, years ago at this point. Both decks having very, very powerful turns there, and the Blood Rush Bellow Leviathan looking very powerful, even though Null could have shut down his turn by blocking on the pulping. So we did miss out on some points there for Liam discarding the Blood Rush, unfortunately. But was still a very, very good game, a lot of back and forth, and Viserai was just able to take it home there.